Hey everyone, welcome to Average Joe Preparedness. I'm your host. My name's Rick, and I'm an average Joe. For those of you returning, welcome back. I appreciate that. For those that are new here, if you get something out of this, if you find it entertaining or educational or just entertaining, fun to watch, I don't know. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. You guys can comment, give it a thumbs up maybe. Yay, that'd be awesome. But so this channel is about average people like myself in preparedness. Not so much preppers, I guess, if you want to call it that. Don't quite tend to get that far, but you just never can tell. So, one of the first things I almost always cover is finance. I'm going to do a couple little things on that, some ideas for average people, what they can do. And if you're just beginning, or if you're here in the middle, which is what this is mostly geared for, if you're way up here, maybe it can give you some motivation, it can give you some other ideas, or it can give you some validation of things that you've been doing. Yes, hopefully. Now, preparedness is baby steps towards being independent, in my opinion. Just how I see it. Is being self-reliant to being you more than others. So being able to take care of yourself. And that can help you because life keeps changing, and as long as you are not dependent on others or a system, or less dependent on others or less dependent on the system, then you're set up for success. And so that's the hopes, is to do it, which I have and I'm still working on. I was over here, now I'm here, one day maybe. Yeah, I was really in a bad position, and I'm now in a better position. And so I'm just trying to help other people move in that direction, just like other people help me. So it's like paying it forward, paying it back, however you want to put it. And one of the biggest things I found, and if you disagree, you could put a little thing down there, is finance. Finance. I've done other videos. I think I did a couple that were a couple larger ones, which maybe I'll do one right here. I still like this thing, by the way, if I can figure it out. It's really cool. But yeah, finance, we're going to talk just a little bit, and then we're going to talk current events. Yes? Now, some basic ideas. If you're down over here, I'm going to give these to you because this is what I use to move in this direction. And so finance, living within your means. I'm sure people have heard that before. I will disagree with that to a certain extent. Please, you need to learn to live below your means. So if you're making, if you're living within your means, you're living paycheck to paycheck, and that's a bad idea. And things change, and you may be comfortable. Like, okay, I got $20 or $100. We'll go with $100. $100 every 2 weeks to, buy my groceries and, this. Okay, that's a bad idea. I'll give you an example. I just saw, before making this video, perusing through feeds, and a liberal news outlet has the story that in October, inflation rose 6.2%, the largest jump in 30 years, is what they said. Liberal news outlet, you know how people connect them with party affiliation, and you don't want to talk bad about your party. However, 6.2% in 1 month, October, largest jump in 30 years. So first, let's not talk about the month before that, or the month before that, or the month before that. Inflation doesn't go down, it always goes up. So if anybody can tell me when inflation went down, yeah, go ahead and put that down there, because I can't find it. And it's never happened in my life that I know of. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me. Yay, that'd be awesome. So, and what you need to live below your means is, if you were very comfortable spending, say, $100 every 2 weeks on groceries, last month and now, that goes down. So 6% of your $100 that you were putting towards groceries is now 6% less buying power. Does that make sense? You're like, percentage, $100, that's $6 less. So now you're spending $94 to buy the same amount of groceries, which you can't. So you're having to buy less groceries. And by the way, this isn't taking into account holidays. You know how prices go up sometimes when the price of gas goes up, everything goes up, the delivery issues that they're having, everything is making things go up. And if you're just living within your means, see, you're minusing each month. Bad idea. Now, if you live below your means and you're used to doing that, you're used to adjusting, you're better capable of dealing with these things. Price increase, inflation increase, your buying power going down. So it's just what I found. If you disagree, again, I'll hear it. Just be nice, please, in the comment section. Be nice if you would. So a couple really quick things from here to move to here. These guys over here that are all up there, and they'll probably, you could use it as validation if maybe that's what you used. I don't know. So the first one I'm going to use is this. This is coffee. I'm drinking my coffee right here. Open it up. Coffee. So let's talk about that. If you got a pot of coffee, you're going to have to just, I'm going with people that have Keurigs, because I used to have a pot of coffee. Now I have a Keurig. Yay. And we'll start with this. This is a Keurig. And this is no-name coffee. It's no-name coffee. It's generic. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys see that? Because you have to learn, it doesn't really matter what kind of coffee you drink. Now, you might say it does. Okay, well, we'll have this conversation, but let's start with this no-name coffee. And then let's take it, if you have a Keurig, you can take it even more. You guys know what this is? It's a little container, put it up here, that you can actually put coffee in, which I have. See the coffee in there? So you actually put coffee in it, whatever, and then you run it through your Keurig. A lot like these little cups right here. Yes? Except you can buy it in bulk, which is even cheaper, and then you can do your Keurig up that way. They're just little bitty things. I know, you're like, well, a couple few cents here, a couple few cents there. Yes, a couple few cents here, a couple few cents there. It adds up over time. And that's what you need to start thinking that way. So I use a no-name coffee, and then I put the cheapest sugar I can find in it, because guess what? If you can tell me one sugar tastes different than another, you know, really? And if it, let's just say it does. Let's just say it does. Is it worth 3 or 4 cents per ounce to get that different flavor? I don't know. And then I put the cheapest creamer in here. Now, if you want to put a flavored creamer in here and then it just covers up that cheap, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. I don't know what position you guys are in. But I can tell you this, that's good coffee. And not only is it good coffee, it didn't cost me like $5 for a cup of that. Now, if you're in a position, you know, if you're moving along and you're in a position that you can go spend $5 or $6 on your venti, half-calf, decaf latte, whatever the hell, I don't care, you know, but $6 on a cup of coffee. If that's what you want to do, if you're in a position to do it, good on you. But if you're here and you want to move up to here, you might question yourself as to, is it really worth $5 and change or something like that? You know, $5 for a cup of coffee. $5, I can get a big old thing of coffee, use this nifty little thing in my Keurig, probably get some sugar and some cream, and drink coffee for like 2 weeks. Now, some people will be like, I don't care, Rick. I want my $5 latte half calf. Okay, that's cool beans. What I'm trying to do is give you little bitty things to move from here to here to here. And the mentality of where you're spending your money, how much things cost, how fragile the prices can be when inflation comes, or the holiday season, or rising gas prices, that you can adjust. Yes? All right, info you, if there's a funny edit right there, that's because I got another phone call. I think that happened on my last video or the video before that. Because yes, I just used my phone. I don't have a bunch of cool stuff. You know what I mean? Just do this in the part-time. So, oh, speaking of which, commercial. If you want to support this channel, if you get anything from it, the only way you can do it is to subscribe and like and share and comment and thumbs up or thumbs down, but please be nice. So, yep, that's your public service message. Yes? Now, just finishing up the thought about purchasing things that may be off-brands for people that are here and moving up. A good place to start is purchasing off-brands, purchasing in volume, and using things like this to where the price is low. I recommend, I don't have a photo of it, I wish I did, but I was taught a long time ago, and I pass it on to my kids and stuff. When you're shopping for something, you know the price tag that's right there on the bottom of the shelf? Never look at the price. Look at the little thing next to it. I think they did a federal law a long time ago where they have to show it price per unit or price per ounce and make sure that they're the same. So if you're buying coffee and this one's 4.6 cents per ounce and this one's 2.4 cents per ounce, it doesn't matter what the price of the object is initially. It's price per ounce, price per units. That's what you might want to start looking at. Okay? So think about it. I know you want that name brand. It's a thing that's programmed into us through commercials. But if an off-brand works and it costs less, do it. Now, moving up a little bit, and then eventually if you're down here, this is something you might look towards for the future. And if you're up here, you'll be like, oh yeah, I got that covered. So what I got yesterday, I received in the mail is, and I don't have it here because I've already stored it away. But what it is it was a box, and inside are 6 number 10 cans of flour. Just regular old flour. 6 number 10 cans of it. And it has a shelf life of anywhere between 10 and 25 years, depending on how it's stored. The point being is I'm going to be much older if and when that goes bad. Does that make sense? So I got it because I put my money aside, and then I get it, and then I put it away, and I don't have to worry about it for like 10 years. I don't have to worry about it expiring. I don't have to worry about rotating it out. I don't have to worry about those things. So if you're in this area, you may want to look at those long-term foods. And flour, I started off with that for my number 10 cans. And number 10 cans, pests can't get into them. They don't break, they don't burst. You can't really cut them. You see what I'm saying? The dependability. Number 10 cans, if you can get them. And I started with flour because flour is a staple. It's an extreme staple. You can actually live, people have actually lived off of eating basically bread, and not just bread on its own. You can throw things in bread. It's almost like a soup that you can hold and chew on, and it fills you up. So bread, just made by flour. You should learn how to make bread. I do. As a matter of fact, last night I baked cookies. Yes, I did, because I wanted cookies. And I wasn't going to jump in my car, start my car up, use the gasoline, drive to a store, deal with it, go in and purchase cookies, get back in my car, start it back up again, drive. The cost, you see the cost? Tire wear, engine wear, starter wear, and then money for I already have the equipment here. Equipment, flour, sugar, no big deal. Yes? And I made myself some cookies. Yay, because I like cookies. But for those of you that are here, the average people, average, if you're working in that direction, if you're living within your means and you're concerned, with high costs and supply chain issues and this, that, and the other thing, and you want to get some stuff, like I said, I got number 10 cans of flour. And go out there and look for reputable companies and a lower price. And I can't say that I saw in a lot of videos, not a lot, but say half a dozen, 6 videos over the last year where I got mine from. You can go on the internet and you can actually get it from the Mormons, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. They have a website and you can get things from them. And in my opinion, I did a little research, the Mormons, hey, like a few other subcultures, Amish and the such, they kind of know what they're doing. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel, and the price was reasonable. So I'm not trying to plug them. I'm just saying that's where I got mine. There's options out there. Yes, look into it, find a quality product, find it at a reasonable price. Okay, one more plug real quick for the number 10 cans. People buy stuff, maybe the people that are over here, they buy masses of flour, and then they have the Mylar bags, and they separate them, and they put them in barrels, and they don't have the money for that. But a number 10 can is this big. You open them up in smaller sections. Again, they can't be cut. They can be stacked. You don't need the dehydrators put in there, the oxygen absorbers. You don't just seal it. It's already done for you, right? Now, if you want to do it this way, or even if you're hearing you want to do it this way, that's just fine. I got no issue with it. Again, I'm just plugging number 10 cans because, in my opinion, it's pretty cool. Yes? All right, don't want this to be a long video. Had a very busy morning. I'm sure if you guys are working towards preparedness, you guys are having busy days too. Moving in this direction, time, yes, a lot of people aren't. They're sitting on the couch, metaphorically. If you're up and moving, you're making progress. So, and I got a lot of stuff to do because winter is coming. And I don't mean that like the line from the show. I mean, winter is actually coming. And there's a lot of things that need to be taken care of. There's a lot of things you can predict are going to happen. There's a lot of things that you can head off and you can be prepared for. Yes? Preparedness. Try to get it in your head all the time. Always thinking about preparedness attached to normal things in life. The everyday things you do, how is it setting me up for success? Can I do it a little better? Am I looking towards the future and making that future potentially better, depending on what things happen? Yes? All right. I hope this finds you well. Be happy, be positive, be prepared.